Hello, I am Angelus Demonus, a Final Fantasy XIV focused variety content creator on Twitch and YouTube. A big thanks to Square Enix, who gave me the opportunity to try the new Crisis Core Reunion, which releases on December 13th, 2022.
A summon! Who called it out?
If you're asking, but wait, isn't it the old PSP version I'm watching? Observant you are. After my experience with the Crisis Core Reunion PS5 demo, I wanted to return to the original 2007 PSP version and compare the two directly, and showcase that comparison to all of you, the viewers. Here's the same scene on the PS5 Crisis Core Reunion version.
A summon? Who called it out?
Activating combat mode.
Aside from the massive graphics update, UI updates, voice acting updates, and so on, there were some finer details I did not quite remember until I did the original playthrough. As a note, I played the Ifrit fight on the demo on hard mode, and I also played the original on hard mode to get a solid comparison. For one, the DMW, or the Digital Mind Wave, had a very nice quality of life update. In the original, anytime you triggered a potential slot match level up limit break, the game would pause to showcase the slot animation. This included any additional still scenes that would get showcased. In Crisis Core Reunion, the DMW keeps the slots moving and doing its matching mechanics at the top left, and that includes some of the additional cutscenes. You'll still see some of the major cutscenes, but they are skippable. This change keeps the battle flowing without random breaks for a vast majority of your encounters, and I personally like this a lot more. I think in the initial part of the game, the extra scenes are neat to see for the first time. When you've triggered them for the 50th time, I'm sure it's better if it's not interrupting the battle to do so, like it does in the original version. The overall combat in Reunion feels way more responsive and fluid. In the original, your attack had serious input delay, and it had to commit with each press before anything else could be performed. Now in Reunion, it feels a lot like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where inputs feel fast and responsive, as well as dodging. A small detail I had forgotten from the original Crisis Core is that dodging had cost 1 AP per dodge or roll, and I only realized this when I ran out of 1 point by accident. In Reunion, you can dodge to your heart's content without using AP. Now that's the case how it was in the demo, so maybe the full version is a little bit closer to the original, but here it didn't cost AP for me to dodge roll. Also, the camera during the battle in the original Crisis Core was very restricting, and the arena sometimes felt very small. In Reunion, the camera is much improved, as well as the arena feels bigger with a lot more room to move around. A subtle but very nice quality of life in Reunion is you get a progress bar when buffs such as no MP or no AP and null damage are about to finish. In the original, it did not show a timer, so you did not get an indication when buffs would wear off. Lastly, you have full control of when you can use your limit break by pressing triangle after your slots have triggered a match or a cutscene.
Brace yourself.
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it.
Conflict resolved.
In the original, you would just trigger limit breaks every time you got a slot machine match. Although it is worth noting, if you sit on the limit break too long in Reunion, any new slot machine match that would give access to a new limit break would overwrite the current one, so it might be best to use it more often than hold on to it. Overall, the battle feels very good and very up to date to today's standards. Going back to the original Crisis Core after playing Reunion, you can sort of feel the age of the game with the battle mechanics. It felt a bit sluggish doing just the basic attacks in the original, and definitely not as responsive for any fast movement or reaction. Movement was quite the struggle with the awkward camera angles in some battles depending where enemies had spawned. Playing Reunion, everything feels streamlined and consistent from battle to battle, so you can focus solely on the mechanics and the fight. I have every intention of playing Reunion in hard mode, so I'm very much looking forward to some exciting combat modes. The last I'll point out on the topic of comparison is the additional voice lines. Even in the short Reunion demo I played, you can already tell the amount of extra care and effort put into it.
Avoid training when you can. 2. Protect Wutai at all costs. 3. Ugly Shinra soldier dudes must be punished.
Who are you?
I'm Wutai's greatest warrior. It's over for you because now you have to face me.
A little kid?
This area's not safe for you. Go on home now.
I had forgotten the parts of the game in the original Crisis Core that had not been voice acted. But going through Reunion, you really got to appreciate those scenes, and I'm very much excited to see the rest of the game where most of the lines that might have previously just been text are now voice acted. Big shoutouts to the voice actors and actresses for putting their heart and soul into this game.
Contact Sephiroth. Zack can handle it. Now go!
Follow me, Director.
Director Lazard.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
Zack, I should be fine now. Assist and Geo.
Yeah, I'm on it.
In conclusion, I will admit I am very biased about the release of Crisis Core Reunion, but I am very much looking forward to playing the full release. I had been hoping for a remake, or remaster, or even just a re-release of Crisis Core on, at bare minimal, the Switch for a very long time. Instead, Square Enix makes a full remaster, with updated combat, graphics for current-gen consoles, and brand new voice lines from the current Final Fantasy VII Remake cast. For those who have never experienced this game when it was on PSP, now is the time to try it. Despite how the game felt back in the day, it was a great game when I first played it, both in combat, features, and especially the story. Crisis Core Reunion looks to deliver on the great parts of the original, but done even better than before. I hope the full release on December 13th will live up to what I had experienced in the demo. Thank you for watching.